Live from the Icebox Studio in Montgomeryville, Pennsylvania, it's the Bill and Corey Show.
I'm Bill.
And I'm Corey.
Hey, welcome back. This episode, it's a little bit different this time.
Slightly.
This is going to be like our tea show. We made some tea, and I'll explain why in a little bit, because tea has a lot of different meanings. So
Yes, it does.
and
It's even a letter of the alphabet.
Yeah, that's why I just spilled some. Great, thanks. I'm not getting back here.
I did too.
Okay.
Tea is so good.
Yep, it is good. So I'm going to have a little sip here. No?
I don't know why people have to have like tea or coffee. You can do both. I do both. There doesn't
Do you
have
mix
to.
both?
No, you don't mix them. But there doesn't need to be nobody needs to like have an argument over it. They're both delicious.
Yeah. Trying to go middle of the road there, Corey. Thank you.
No, it wasn't middle of the road. It's a serious thing,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But the reason why I bring it up, someone was, we had a salesperson had a quote, and they needed a kind of a tea, pipe fitting, and they described it very
Specifically pipe fitting
not
teas.
this kind of tea.
Yeah, we're talking about pipe fittings now.
We do not sell this tea.
No, we do not.
So they described it awkwardly in a quote, and there's a nomenclature for tea. So so we'll get into it. So the tea nomenclature goes back to the days of laying water and gas mains. So this is, I didn't have a real water or gas main to bring in.
Don't have a big old steel pipe.
And they did not have, they didn't have cardboard back then. They did have wooden pipes.
They did have wooden pipes.
And then, I don't want to talk about the lead pipes.
Still do.
I still do. A lot of them were cast iron. I've even seen wrought iron pipes, and now they're like steel pipes. So you're laying pipe. This is like a 2-inch size pipe. So you're laying it in the street. And actually, you want to put up the first graphic? Okay, that's kind of a old style joint of pipes they used. I guess you call it a bell joint. You see the one side, you slip the one in the other, and then you seal around that joint. And that's a great way for laying stuff in the street. There's less leak points instead of having just regular pipe in a coupling, and it's 2 leak points versus 1 set of leak points. And it's just easier to lay. You put it in there, and you put your sealant compound in there, and you're good to go. So you can take that down. And you got a house you want to hook up to. Well, if the pipe's in the street, it's easiest to tap it in the top, not the side, even though you have to go to the side. Mm-hmm. So you just,
because you're down.
it's okay. He's going there. You're not going to tap down there to get to the house.
Dig a big hole.
That's kind of the beginning of it. So because it's easy to make a female tap, you can't make a male tap in there. It just doesn't work. So you tap that. A guy taps that, and you take what's called the street elbow, and you'd thread it in there and have it sealed up, and then you'd point that to your house for the main, and then it's got female thread there. The male thread's going in the pipe female. Then you can put pipe all the way to the house.
Yeah, big old long pipe to the house.
So that's kind of where that started. So that's the elbow. We're not talking about elbows. We're not drinking elbows.
No.
Okay. So with the teas, I've just got our bin of stuff. I'm missing a tea. That's the tea I was looking for.
There you go.
Okay. So regular nomenclature, you want to zoom in on these? This is if someone asks for a tea, this is a tea.
This is a tea.
It's also a female tea is probably a better way to describe it because it's got female pipe thread connections on there, and this happens to be 1/4 inch. So that's a tea. Mm-hmm. Now this one's got all threaded male here, and that would be a male tea. Now this, kind of like the elbow, this is what's called a street tea. Mm-hmm. So it has the male on the inlet, female on the outlet, and this is called the branch, and the branch is a female pipe thread. So that's a street tea.
Street tea.
So if you wanted a male, female, that's what it is. And for tea nomenclature, when you're describing a tea, another way to do it is you talk about either one of the line things. So this would be male, female, female T.
Yeah, so that's how the order goes.
The last one is the branch. The last one's always the branch. So this is a very common T. And then at last, this is what's called a branch T, because it's got female, female, male, and it's the branch that's threaded. So those are the 4 common T's.
Yep, you can't. Yeah, I've looked for other ones because I thought, because you think like, oh, you could get any end connection. That's what I thought.
That's what
You'd
you think,
be like, I want this one to be male, this one to be female, and this one to be male. No, it's like there's industry standards I discovered when I was trying to engineer things.
Yeah, because sometimes you want to have male, male, female, and good luck finding
Yeah,
them.
and it does. Yeah, it's not there.
Yeah, so yeah, you might find some place that makes it, or you might have to get 1 billion of them made or something.
That's the problem. I need one, but if we're gonna do a run of it, you need to buy 1,000.
Yeah. So so that's our thing on tea. We're still just going to drink it. Next question is going to be for Corey, mainly for Corey. Someone was looking for a replacement knob for the Model 18 pressure regulator.
So this is going to be all about knobs, and Bill, in order to keep our G rating, I will not make any jokes about knobs.
Okay, and I won't make any jokes.
So this is the Model 18 that they were talking about.
Well, it actually really comes with gauges in it.
It comes with gauges, yeah. This is just it, yeah. If you can see,
the body.
Yeah, it's just the body. So and this handle comes off very simply. Just turn it some more, and then finally it comes off. That one's simple.
And it's got a screw in there.
It's got a screw in there,
and it's
and this will hit the diaphragm or the yeah.
So, I mean, but that's all one piece.
That's all one piece, yeah. So that's all nice. So I thought in my
fused
head that
into the knob.
we also had a Model 81 regulator.
And they kind of look the same.
They kind of look the same. And I thought perhaps they would be the same. This is the Model 81 one. If you look at the size, I don't know if you want to zoom in, look at the size of the screws on the inside. Definitely not the same. So that's what I was hoping for, because we have the Model 81 in stock. We do not have any Model 18s in stock.
I don't know why we don't.
Don't know why. Well, because nobody's ever ordered them.
Yeah.
So when we don't put things in unless people ask for them, pretty much. So nobody's asked for a Model 18 handle before.
Now
so
they did. So.
And now they did. So now we're going to put it in the system, and it'll be available.
Yeah.
So, and this goes with, we have replacement knobs for a bunch of our regulators, though. It's just odd that we didn't have one for the 18. This is our flagship regulator, the
that's for
3810s, the
3510s, 3120s.
All of them. This one's a
line
little bit different.
regulators.
You got to pop off the top, and I should have brought tools to do this. You got to pop off the top.
That actually doesn't have this. It's missing the nut.
Yeah, it's missing the nut anyways.
Okay,
but anyways, this one's a little bit more complicated. You got to pop the cap off. You got to take it off that way. It doesn't twist off. We have videos. Do we have a video?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe. Yeah. I think we do.
Yeah,
we have a lot of videos. We might have a video on how to take this.
If you can't put the knob on, you get problems.
Well,
but no, you can set. What's nice about this is the knobs for the like the 3810 and such. You can set the pressure on.
Yes, that's a good point.
We do have our first video is on setting.
So so this one is nice and simple, but you can't say I want it to be go no higher,
it's hard to lock. You can't really lock that one in.
So that's the advantage of this one. This is another one of our, which ones are these ones again?
That would be for like the 30-10, 30-30, 30-40
yes,
series?
That's it, yes. So this one was one we had on hand. I went and rated the knob drawer in regulator assembly. Oh yeah, that one. And then right here I found this one. It's got a little bit of different label on it.
That's for something.
For something.
And this is for the 3060 series.
The big
honkin' big one.
The honkin' big one. You can see it's got extra torque.
Yeah, that's
the high flow.
ones that go like
high pressure,
2,500 to 6,000 psi.
Yeah, so you really need them. Got a big old honkin' screw in that one.
Yeah.
And so knobs can go bad, especially if you're using them a lot.
Well, you gotta be careful. Yeah, if someone could whack it with something.
Someone can whack it and it gets banged up. Drop a regulator, lands on the handle, could break the handle. But
if you drop it, you want to check the.
Well, I know.
Make sure I know.
Gauges. Yeah, that does a whole host of problems. But just focusing on the handle. So we have most of them on our online store, store.mathesongas.com. So if you ever need a replacement, you can go right on there and find them.
If it's not there, contact us.
Yeah, if it's not there, contact us, and we'll get it for you. All right.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You want to put up the next graphic? I think this is another Corey question. Ta-da! So someone sent us this picture, and they said they're of a panel, and they said, I'm quoting two modified 3610A as per the attached quote, one with a disc 632 and the other with a CGA 330. Is this the correct fitting based on the image below?
Bill's better at this than I am because I looked at that photo. I said I need a better photo than that because I don't,
Yeah, the first thing both of us saw when we both took a glance at the photo is like, where's the connection? And then it's like, oh, wait a minute.
They did circle it. They did circle it.
It is circled there, and that's that. So, oh, you got the nut right there.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I figured I'd grab it out for you.
Oh, no, actually, it's...
I mean, it says it right on there. That's the thing. These things are labeled.
Yes, they're labeled. Do you want to zoom in on that?
Yeah, you get the angle from the zoom-in camera.
That will say CGA 632 to 632 to 642, and you go, what? So this is one of our disc fittings. That's the ultra high integrity fittings, and that's actually what's in the photo. You can see the nuts just all kind of, it's big and yeah. So it has on there. So that's for a range, and you really can't see this on the. I got to keep this in the packaging, but the. Or maybe you can zoom in on it. Yeah, zoom in on it. That says,
you see the little
it's
notch
etched
right
in
there.
there. It says 632. So they might not have been able to see that on there. It might have been, but you could see this is definitely a disc knob. Now the 330, I'm going to zoom in on this. This is the 330. And you can see it's got notches on the nut. And the notches on the nut help identify it because it's a left-handed thread, which is 330 because the middle digit's odd. So yeah, so there's definitely, it's pretty easy to tell the difference between the two. But in that photo, it's not the best photo. So yeah, and this is a flat face. You'd have a washer on that, a Teflon washer.
What's that word?
Tall on that, tough one. But this is the left-handed version of a 320.
Oh, okay.
So that's why
it makes
it's a 330.
it makes sense. I mean, you got, just make them.
Yeah, like a 590 is the left-handed version of a 580.
Wow.
So yeah, and we've got tools on the online store.
Store.mathesongas.com.
And we got it was one of Corey's projects was to if you look at the CGA fittings, we've got really nice images of the CGA fittings. So you just go and it'll show. Yeah, just
they're accurate. They're accurate.
They're very accurate, and it'll show the size and if it's internal or external threaded, and if it's flat faced, it'll show that it has an O-ring or a O-ring, a washer with it. So it's pretty. If you go there and you kind of look at things, you can help you identify it. And of course, it's no problem to give us a call and say, hey.
Oh yeah, but I mean, now that you mention it, though, a question that we always got before we put those pictures up was, which CGA am I getting the CGA fitting in the picture? Because that's not the one I want.
Yeah.
And we got that question at least once or twice a week. I feel
we
like
get a lot less of those.
Now we don't get that question anymore. So yeah, very nice.
Yeah. Well, that's all. That's all the questions we're going to handle this week. So thanks for tuning in to our tea edition. I enjoyed my tea.
Honestly, I think I might bring a cup of tea every show. It helps with the voice a little bit. You can project better.
Okay. Thanks for watching. Tune in again next week for another edition of the Bill and Corey Show.
Set your VCRs.